nothing. Now it's ours to get fired. Not just wasted, not just games. This is fire in our veins. Feel the bass, feel the pull. Every second getting full. No delays, no disguise. Watch the moment come alive. Lights on, engines loud. Turn this moment up right now. Stream on, no backing down. Sing it so we own the sound. This is the calm before the chaos, the breath before the dive, the silence before the roar, the spark before the light. Turn it up, don't blink. This is bigger than you think. Every heart, every string, locked into the same tempo. Lights on, and lights out. Second time starting now. Stay on, time to roll. Welcome to the throttle. Static in the street, yeah. Heart beating wild. Screens glowing in darkness. Feel the star catch fire. We're not alive yet, but the moment's here. calm before the chaos, the breath before the dive, the silence before the roar, the spark before the light.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live at a charge. We'll CANT out of green as we get ready for the SIM500 WBD Diecast Customs Truck Series here tonight. We are ready. I am moving the microphone around because it got all jacked up on Mountain Dew earlier, and we're trying to fix it, or I'm trying to fix it, trying to do all the things that I could do to make this thing less of a pain, and all the things that do matter. Good to see everybody out there. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're live on YouTube and Twitch. And make sure that if you are watching out there, you're following, you're subscribing, you're doing all the things, hitting that like button. It helps out. I promise it's a free way to do everything you could ask for. So tonight, pretty simple. It's straight up Talladega. It's week 8. It's Super Speedway week across iRacing. Other than I think the trucks are running at Darlington. So we're going to see some issues. We're going to see some tissues. We're going to see some just flat out racing. That's what we're going to see. 113 degrees here qualifying. Should be pretty close when we go back to the normal side of things. So we'll see how this will fare out for everybody. But yeah, we're going to run 60 laps, 3 additional sets of tires, 100% fuel for the drivers, no fast repair. That's one of the bigger factors here. No fast repair. You definitely want to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. You're taking care of what you need to do. And of course, and always taking care of the people around you, because this truck and this track loves to go 3 wide. And I mean, it loves to go 3 wide. I'm pretty happy about that. So here's take a look at the point standings here. Tommy Ryan leads in the points over Tyler Dalton. Tyler Dalton second of the point standings. Nathan Bigard has a win through third in the point standings. Actually, let's add a gap from first. There it is. 8 points separate the top 3 drivers here tonight. Scott Simley, Bentley Glazier in your top 5. Chad Coleman, Brian Pinal, JP Phillips, Ty Bass, Justin Fuller, all inside the top 10 of the points, and that's where you want to be when it comes to the chase style format they have here. So yeah, they've still got a long way to go. Still several races left to go. So it's gonna be interesting to see what shakes up here, because this is gonna be a race that just kind of it can make or break your day. It can make or break your day. So we'll see how this will fare out here for the WBD Diecast Truck Series. We're going to have full field tonight. I would put money on it because, this series knows how to super speedway race. Tyler Dalton's going to be your pole sitter here tonight. Stephen Miles, your outside pole sitter. Row number 2 is going to be Tommy Ryan and Jeff Ryan, the Ryan men, ready to rock and roll. Row number 3 will be David Schildhouse and Alan Cryer out there. Row number 4 is J.P. Phillips and Mark Jorgensen Jr. Jorgensen has it at his paint. Sometimes the SDK pulls up all the paint. Sometimes they don't. It's just, it's unique. Bobby Wetzel, EJ O'Rourke to make up row number 5. Row number 6 is going to be Chad Coleman and Nelson Rivera. Row number 7 will be Justin Fuller and Dustin Dewar. Row number 8 is Joe Hudson, Joey Gattina out there. Row number 9 will be Mr. Glenn Campbell and Bobby Grady. Row 10 is Gerald Campbell and Cody Harris. Row 11 will be Robert Fryer III and Brian Padal. Row 12 is going to be Nathan Bigart and Rick Mann Racing. Mr. Richard Swavely out there. Good to see him. Good to see him. Ron Hollyfield will be out there with Mr. Kogar in row 13. Row 14 will be Doug Sigmund and Mike Goodman Jr. Row 15 will be Michael Saylor and John Fowler. Row 16 will be Kevin Stone and Mark Schrader. Row 17 will be Jared Rexing and Bentley Glazer. Row 18 is going to be Brian Macklin and Wes Pistol out there in that 36 spot. Row 19 is going to be Ty Bass and Brian Wortman. And then row 20, Mr. Gerald Livingston. 39 drivers in tonight's race. That's a pretty packed, stacked field. And anything can happen. Anything can happen. It is some of the best racing you're going to see. You know, I can't imagine why you wouldn't be excited for Talladega. I mean, you know, you got to be jacked up on Mountain Dew if you're going to do any of this. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. Oh, baby. Yeah. So if you haven't done so, reach up at that like button for me. It goes a long way to support what we do. And as always, make sure you're taking care of one another. That is important as well. Yeah. I hope you're all having. We streamed earlier today. Butchie and I hung out and chat. We chilled out. But I'm going to tell you what. It's just pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. We're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. I was wondering what was going on. All right. Let's see. All right. Drivers are ready. I am ready. You're ready. I am ready. All right, drivers are on point. I am on point. You are all ready to go. We're going to do the thing. We're going to hit the Trialville area. We're going to go and mash the gas. We're going to call it good. How about it? Let's get to it. We're green. There it be. There's David Schildhouse ready to go. He's got a whole lot of everything happening right now. Massive understatement for what the drivers are doing. You talk about racing, that's what you're getting out of it. Back into the field, that's the 94. He is going to be on his screen. Wes is going to be up 5. Everybody trying to get settled in here. 2 of 60 being completed. We'll be 3 wide before you know it. Drivers should be able to run the fuel mileage that they need to. Wes kicking butt, taking names. Oh, baby. Doug Sigmund coming down to Wes, holding on to the bottom side of that. That's what you see, folks. It is intense. More things happening on this racetrack right now. And you can think Jared Rexing, fastest lap of the race, 52.06 for the number 10. We're going to see the 51 second mark with all these drivers working. Right now, Stephen Miles up to pull the 19. The 3 of Ryan on the bottom side. 19 goes to the outside. 88 is going to go with him. 24 is going to drop into the bottom. 88 is going to be middle of the corner. 99 into the 3. 19 trying to find a hole. There's the 41 utilizing a little bit of side draft here. All the way to the top for the 24, up to block and try to control the lane. Stephen Miles holding on and Joey Gattina in tow. Stephen trying to work where he can. EJ O'Rourke has pushed him all the way out, trying to control that third lane. 14 drops to the bottom. Controlling the race line where they need to be. 41 to the 24. Good hard racing right now as they go down to the back straightaway. Some drivers bailing right now. We're 3 wide. Bottom working. Here's the 16 of Alan Cryer out of the bottom. Jeff Ryan off 7. Goodman Jr. is going to be up 18 here. Everybody's moving. Hollyfield up 20. Ron keeping them close. Now, this is where one wrong move can change everybody's future. Well, at least for this race. Stephen Miles keeping the wall working. 41's going to drop out. We're 4 wide. Tyler Dalton, middle 4 wide, is going to be able to slide up here. 7 goes down with him. All right, now the 45 of Hollyfield is going to take a push from Durer. Holy cow, folks. It's dicier than chop slapper, whatever that is, slap chopper. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah. Good boogly woogly. Oh, I'm not even in their Discord. I got to get in their Discord. Hold on. I'm normally sitting in the channel, let everybody know that, hey, I've gone live. My bad. We're good. Stephen Miles still leading on the outside. Everybody keeping calm. Schildhouse in the middle of the bottom. The 3 on the outside. Rexing up 25. Macklin up 24. Jorgensen Jr. trying to keep himself calm. Green flag pit stop. Should put these drivers somewhere around the 32 mark. That's the mileage that's pretty average when it comes to the Truck Series. Oh, no stage. Wrong one. 32 to 35. We went 35 on average. I mean, they're pushing. They're not holding back, which makes sense. See what kind of situation going on back here. Let's go on board. Tommy Ryan. He's there in the 99. Let's see what he's doing on the bottom. He's not full bore. If I go up to Tyler Dalton is trying to utilize all of what he's got. Stephen Miles on the outside. You see the RPMs going up 7,000 RPMs. That's doing all you can. Right now, trying to keep it pegged. Tyler Dalton getting a good shove. Right now, the 3 looking to go high. 88 has a hole there. Jorgensen might take that. He is going to take that. He's going to pull the 2 back. Inside lane, a little bit more organized. Tyler Dalton trying to lead a lap here. 73 trying to side draft. 7. Ooh, almost turns to 19. 7 seesaw in there just a little bit. And Stephen Miles now there to try to control again. Big picture. Massive racing. Miles trying to pull lanes to the 10 of the 3 on the outside. Jeff Ryan working. 7 there in the little lane. 88 there to push. 99 behind the 88. They are flat getting with it. Holy goodness. Let's go back to the field. How about our good friend Nathan? You're going to see him running some races coming up real soon. On Friday. SIM500.com if you want to be a part of the series. We want to make sure that everybody enjoys himself, as always. And make sure that if you get the opportunity, you try some of the people that help out SIM500, including this one right here.
Gotta get a juju, that's what I'm gonna do. Wanna get it with you. Gotta get a juju. So many amazing flavors. Kind of treat that's like no other. A cool place, cool taste, gotta get it. Once you do, your mouth won't forget it. Juju, gotta get a juju, that's what I'm gonna do. Wanna get it with you. Gotta get a juju.
Gotta love a little Jaloo. They're rolling. Tyler Dalton out front on the bottom side. It's got to the 73 there. Mr. Goodman rolling. If you missed the race I was in earlier today, I did race today. And I didn't do half bad. We did the, what was it? What did I do, Budgie? I don't remember what I did. What did I do? I did the A Open today. I did the Cup cars. And I finished 8th. 0 incident points. I actually gained everywhere. So it was a pretty exciting race. We got green flag pit stops in. We had ourselves some fun. Tyler Dalton leading. They come around again. Start finish line just past pit road exit. Outside of the tri-oval area. One of the biggest components of racing here. Second lane is it's fast around this racetrack. And the bottom can be faster as well, but the big factor is who's going to push win. Jeff Ryan looking to leave Tyler Dalton there. 7's going to be right back to the back bumper of the 19. Just going to swap spots. Jeff Ryan trying to take the push from Giro Direxing up on the outside. 19 goes down. 7, actually, I think he turned him down. He was pushed him so hard it forced him to go to the bottom. And now Rexing to the outside. Went to go up. Dalton up there to take it with him. 88's going to have a shove here on the 7. Offset or push. 19's going to have to go down. Dior taking over the lead. Jeff Ryan on the outside. 3 wide from the front to the back. Is anybody off the pace? Well, Bobby Grady's back here he's got the 5 working. Brian Wertman, tail end of the longest line there with Gerald Livingston. I tell you what, if these two can stay out of it, and Joe Hudson, these 3, if I go Joe Hudson, Gerald Livingston, Brian Wertman, 8, Bentley Glazier, and Doug Sigmund, maybe even Swavely here. They can stay out of it and not have a wreck end up in their lap. They are ones that I putting in, making their way to the top 10. That's what I say. They're in 37th, 38th. Yeah, back here in the high 30s, like 34th on back. Bobby Grady's going to be looking for he's going to be looking for some help here. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's doing. Jared Rexing on the inside, 19 there to push. 99, 88 in the middle of that second lane, that outside lane unfolding right now. Jeff Ryan needing the 30 to give him a big old shove right now. The 8 keeping him close. Ty Bass on the outside. This is you think the middle lane's crazy. The outside lane's where the wrecks go up to. So when you're up here, you got to keep it away from the wall, and you got to watch what's happening on your inside. As crazy as it sounds, Ty Bass comes down. Drivers are working 3. He's going to slide back to 2x2. Jorgensen out front. Tommy Ride, Bobby Wetzel. Yeesh. All the racing you could ask for. Let's go back. Mark Schrader, the 67. in the outside lane starting to get reorganized. Glenn Campbell, the 44. He says, you know what? I got you, Jeff. I got you. Everybody's leaving the bottom side right now. They're trying to work that second lane. 73 trying to slide up on the 45. Not quite clear just yet. It's Brian Pinal on the bottom. Now we're getting organized back to 3 wide again. How about Jeff Laraway? I'm sorry, Justin Fuller. And the 10 down on the bottom. Fuller says, I'll go to the bottom. Going to pull the 28 along with him. Jorgensen up high. Stephen Miles there with him. Dewar working. Dewar almost clear of the 99, but the 9 of Bobby Wetzel keeping it close. Bobby's another driver that when the super speedways show up, they flat get with it. They are bumper to bumper to bumper. Jorgensen, Stephen Miles, Dewar. Brian, I saw a TikTok earlier today that made me laugh. You know, when it's Daytona week, what iRacing lobbies sound like. It's like the speech from when 17 cars were involved on lap 8 of the Daytona 500. What was it, back in 98, 99, something like that? Now, it's our jobs to take care of everybody. Well, right now, these drivers are taking care of themselves. Flat getting with it. Back straightaway busy. 16 laps complete this next time by. 99 dropped down on the bottom there. Wanted to see what Tommy Ryan was going to be able to do. He's getting a shove from Justin Fuller. I need a rear-facing deck lid camera. I mean, I've got one. Technically, that one. Technically, I've got this one. But I don't have one that just looks straight back. I've got this one. I've got this one. But technically, that one looks just like this one. Yeah. Right now, Tommy Ryan shoved out front, and things people are trying to get to the point of working with each other here. Oh, I believe they have limited fuel. Let me go back. I need to look at the rules one more time. I think they have limited fuel during super speedways, so they might actually have 65% fuel. Yeah, 65% fuel. So you have to pit twice. 65% fuel. So if I bring up the calculator and I go 65. Oh, wait, hold on. 35 times 0.65. Going to be 22.75. And they're running as hard as they can. So this is a 2 pit stop race. So, yeah. Caught myself off guard there. My bad. So if we put 23 laps, they're close. Tommy Ryan, Justin Fuller, Jared Rexing. That's how close they are on fuel. I mean, some people are burning more fuel than others. Some people have burned more fuel than others. That's the way I look at it. Just now getting to Bobby Grady. Grady has been out there 17 and a half laps, been running by himself. He says, we're good. He started from pit road. Let's see what he is going to be able to do here. Drivers looking single file. We'll see if I think drivers are trying to find their way to the bottom here. We might see some green flag pit stops sooner rather than later. Everybody filtering down. Gerald Livingston, Brian Wortman, So you basically, when you start green flag pit cycles, you basically have one lap, maybe kind of up to 3, depending on where you've been riding, to be able to get yourself to pit road. See them all trying to get down. You're going to have a second group up there that's going to stay out. Glenn Campbell. 34, the 3. The 21's up there. Chad Coleman's up there. 31 of Gerald Campbell's going to be up there as well. There they go. Green flag pit stops underway. Let's see who does what. And Jared Rexing, how about it? Everybody get to pit road. They get fanned out. Stephen Miles rolling down. Ron Hollyfield hitting his pit stop. A lot of drivers are going to take fuel. I think that's what we're going to see. A lot of them take fuel. I don't think they're going to take tires. Just going to fill this thing up with fuel. And they're going to get back off pit road. Jared Rexing already out. Got a black flag coming into pit road. It's going to have to serve that penalty. Brian Workman, Logan Kogar, everybody coming off pit road. Yeah, too fast entering. That's something. I tell you what, you're going. So Bentley Glazer, last of the cycle. Big pack of field coming in. Let's see who does what. Oh, 23 got locked up there. Easy peasy. Only one penalty so far. Chad Coleman staying out by himself. Lonely. I'm so lonely. I have nobody. Yeah. What he's doing. Schrader, Glazers coming around again. Prior to the third. Some drivers are taking right side. Some drivers are taking the full pit cycle here. Driver's going to be leaving pit road. Trying to get up to speed. And right now, Chad Coleman by himself. Glenn Campbell coming off pit road, trying to cycle to the lead. Jorgensen Jr. is up to speed. These drivers trying to organize back together. So Chad Coleman coming in. Fuller taking over the lead on the bottom. 44, Glenn Campbell. Got an issue here. I don't think he made a stop. I think he might have missed his pit box. He might be out of fuel. Fuller, Stephen Miles, Jorgensen Jr. Up to speed, Tommy Ryan. Chad Coleman jumping to his pit box here. I think he ran out of fuel too. Unfortunate. Rexing serving his penalty. Chad Coleman to pit road. Fryer the third on pit road. Well, the group has caught the major part of the pack. Fuller, Stephen Miles. So Justin Fuller, he's got the 5 right there. That's Bobby Grady, who came in on his 21. He's still on the lead lap. Jeff Ryan, the first driver a lap down, went to pit road. I think he might be out. So the green flag pit stops have happened. And the 5 has come to pit road. So Jared Rexing pitted on his technical 20th lap, but now 21. Looking at going a lap down. Stephen Miles, everybody riding. And right now, that's a good thing for Rexing. If something happens behind him, as he serves his penalty, Bobby Grady would be a lap down. Jared Rexing would be close to going 2 laps down. I talked about if we were going to see the 51 mark. Yeah, 51.78. That's the fastest lap of the race. Dustin Drew just ran to that 7 truck. AJ O'Rourke just behind him. Joe Gattina back here. He's leading the second group, getting pushed by Tyler Dalton. Drivers are looking at blowing up if they can. John Fowler leading the 67 of Mark Schrader, Nelson Rivera, and Alan Cryer. That 4-pack trying to work on it. Trying to stay single file. Bigart, Sigmund, and Saylor. That's going to be the 3 back here. Gerald Livingston by himself. Joe Hudson trying to pick him and Rick Swavely up. Bentley Glazier missed the chance to come off pit road, so we saw some 12-second, so right sides and some 12-second net. We might see some left side tires. We might see some right side tires. What I noticed about Daytona today when I was running, left side tires wore out more than anything. But when I came to pit road, I went ahead and just took tires. I said, oh, well. You make your bed when you lie in it, right? Oakley dokley. Next pit stop should be, well, you know, with about 19 laps to go, something like that. Stephen Miles pitted on lap 20, so we'll see what these drivers are going to do. You got to pit one more time. That's really it. That's really all we're going to be looking at, and everything's going single file. Nice and calm. That is 1.94 and gaining. E.J. O'Rourke, the tail of the field. Joey Gattina rolling right where he needs to be. Tyler Dalton trying to shove, BHR shoving stuff. 31 doing a great job of keeping the 19 close. Brian Padal needs to close the distance down here. JP Phillips in there. What you don't want, what we saw earlier, you don't want to see big gaps. A little bit of clean air for Tyler Dalton to get shoved here. They're cycling. That's what you're seeing. See the 14 go up. He's going to come down on the 14. Is going to fill a gap that they need to. 34 is going to push the 21 down. So right now, what was a few second lead is going to drop just a touch here. So E.J. O'Rourke leads the. He's going to be on the tail end of the group here. There's some drivers sliding up, try to pull a little bit out of this one. And Justin Fuller there to push the 5. So what's great about this one, you got a driver that's going to be staying on the lead lap in front of the leaders, helping them save a little bit of fuel. But they're not really saving much. There's the 8 on the outside. 99 in tow. There's Ty Bass in 6th. A little bit of lap traffic sprinkled in here. Jared Rexing has joined the group. There's the 41, the 9, the 20. Their group doeth the cha-cha. A little bit of lap traffic coming up. Tyler Dalton seeing about a 2.8 second gap. 14 trying to keep the 73 close. That's the 31 closest. Gerald Campbell right there. 21 of Pinal, 34 the 94. West looking ahead. Mr. 94, Mr. Pistol, he is gone. He is hot. Let's go. We have completed this time by will be 30 green flag laps here at Talladega. iRacing, your platform for sim racing. Make sure you go to iRacing.com. Check it out. Get yourself a fancy simulator. You can be one of those people that drives on mouse and keyboard if you so choose to. Maybe you want to use a controller. Maybe you have a wheel and pedal. setup. Maybe you just want to enjoy yourself. You can do that too. Something we're seeing right now. Lane's going to be split up here. Schildhouse going to be able to keep himself close. As the children go to work. There's a driver that stayed low, who went a lap down. There's Jeff Ryan right there. He did not go high to let the leaders go on by. He went ahead and just said, hey, I've got a race within a race here. One of those races is to be the lucky dog. 30 laps to go. Stephen Miles, Jorgensen Jr., Tommy Ryan, Brian Macklin, Ty Bass, Cody Harris, Dustin Dewar, Bobby Wetzel, David Schulthouse. That'll be your top 10 for the time being. EJ O'Rourke there as well. Tyler Dalton, and Joey Gattina, Brian Padal. Where did Mr. 31 go? That's what I needed to see. Where did he go? He's backing a little bit here. So Joey back to being the HR shoving stuff on the marker for the 19. On board what Joey's got going on here. He is into the corner as much as he can be. 5.5 the gap. They are catching. But these trucks have a tendency to overheat pretty roughly. So he has to back up to Brian. Brian's going to give him a little bit of extra here. Shoving into the corner. Brian, really big separation on that. JP Phillips is doing exactly what he needs to do. Keeping close. You have to pick a point where you have to manage your throttle and manage where that truck is going to be in front of you. West of the 94 behind, same concept. This avoids checkups and what we saw earlier today in our Daytona race. You kind of have to just feather and lift and burp the throttle. A little bump here and there goes a long way, but you can't bump near what you think you can. Especially in those cup cars. Well, I tell you what, those cup cars could take pushes though. They get a little squirrely and they're a little off center, but not so bad. Fuller out front. I want to bury this thing on exciting. I'm going to refill the water. We're over halfway. 28 laps to go. Green flag pit stops at 8. And we'll see what happens after that. I'll be right back. All right, here we are, back at it. Fuller still out front. Stephen Miles in tow. Drivers keeping it calm here. There's 3 on the outside, trying to work his way forward. Jeff Ryan trying to utilize a little bit of side draft here to keep himself ahead of the 10. Right now, I mean, they kind of backed off the pace. 52.8s. Got to make sure they make it to the end. This pack right here, running about 0.3 of a second faster than the group ahead, which is the reason why Jeff Ryan is able to utilize the outside lane here. So he tries to work his way forward. That's what you're seeing. Everybody else just backed off the pace a little bit. Going to save a little extra fuel. Jeff Ryan will pop in, and then he'll get a run here. And you'll see him get a run. They're going to keep behind the 7, save a little bit here. Dewar just a little bit free right there. You can see him seesawing back and forth just a little bit. Just kind of what the air does to you. Jeff Ryan into the corner, backs off the throttle. He is going flat at it. He is just ahead of the 10 here. So they're back. The pace is enough. That is exactly what you see. Second pack is catching, though. Joey trying to look at that draft ahead of them. They've closed down 2 seconds over the last few laps. 21 laps to go. We'll start seeing green flag pit stops very soon. Joey lifting to put a little air underneath the nose of the truck, cool it back down. You look at the way this works. It's exactly how you see it. We can't see true water temperatures and oil pressures. It would be really nice if we could see those out of the vehicles. Right now it says oil temperature 220. That's not moving. But if I go up to Tyler Dalton, he should be like at 190. He's in clean air. Second group trying to catch 3.7 the gap. Justin Fuller working Bobby Grady coming to pit road. He's been able to stay out ahead of everybody, but he is going to be leaving pit road. But again, drivers taking a full cycle of fuel, which means they'll change left or right side tires depending on what they chose to do. 20 to go. Drivers are coming to pit road. To the 8 staying out. Ty Bass will take over the lead. 30 locking it down. Got no penalties here so far. Everybody getting down to pit road speed. Nelson Rivera, everybody coming to pit road. It's a chance for drivers to work their way right to it. We'll see who comes off pit road first. It'd be Jorgensen Jr., Stephen Miles leaving pit road first, and Justin Fuller, everybody getting up to speed. Ty Bass, race leader. Cody Harris, this group coming to pit road. Cody Harris is going to stay out. Schildhouse is going to go with him. Those two are going to stay together. JP Phillips coming in. Everybody taking it very easy coming to pit road. Wes leapfrog some drivers to get there. Said, hey, we can carry a little bit more speed. Michael Saylor coming around. He's coming to pit road as well. Stephen Miles, Justin Fuller, Tommy Ryan. They're all by themselves. Jorgensen Jr. in tow. Dewar, Macklin, EJ O'Rourke, pulling Brian Padal, Tyler Dalton. As Joey Gattina. They're already up to speed. Locked bumpers here. Ron Hollyfield and company, this 4-pack playing catch-up. When I talked about Brian Workman being in the mix, he's up 13 spots right now, and that's going to change a little bit as Nelson Rivera coming off pit road. Sailors coming off pit road. I don't think we had one penalty that green flag cycle. Schildhouse, Cody Harris coming to pit road. Stephen Miles down to the back straightaway. It's going to have Justin Fuller. Tommy Ryan, Jorgensen Jr., Dustin Dewar, Brian Macklin, Ty Bass by himself. Bobby Wetzel trying to pull the company. There's the 36 there with him. That is Bentley Glazer keeping on 41 himself. 31 right behind him. There's the 10. Jared Rexing trying to catch up to the 8. 8 looks to be a little left side damage on that truck. Little left front damage. Let's take a look. He does. A little left front damage. It's kind of caved in a little bit. The 10's going to pull up with him. Yeah, it's caved in a little bit on the left front. Right above the wheel, but looks to be okay. No tire rub, but they have closed in. Stephen Miles and company. Trying to make it work. Macklin, Cody Harris, David Schildhouse coming off pit road together. They have worked well to keep it there. Ty Bass, Bobby Wetzel, Gerald Campbell, Tyler Dalton and company. They've caught a little bit of that pack. 6.8 the gap, 7.1 to the lead. As this Ford pack tries to work together. 19, 14, 34, 94. Ron Hollyfield and company. There's Ron. There's Kevin Stone. There's Logan Kogar. Brian Workman right there with the 23 and the 5. Joe Hudson showed a lap down as well. But it is the way it works. 7 a little bit free back here. 30 trying to keep them close. Keeping each other at bay. 16 laps to go. 8 up 28 spots, 29 for Macklin. Should be your hard charger currently. Got a little bit of right rear damage on the back of that truck, but it's not affecting the downforce of the deck lid or the spoiler. It doesn't look like there's too much going on there. What he sees just ahead of him, try to make sure he doesn't snake around here. A little bit of extra clean air. Dewar hits the bottom of the apron there. That's one place you don't want to be. Macklin, Dewar out of the corner working. Tyler Dalton, fastest lap of the race, 51.61 this last time by. Ian Pinal trying to keep it close. They have caught up to the pack ahead of them. Schildhouse, Cody Harris, just ahead of these drivers. You hear Tyler Dalton lifting here. Managing what he's got going on. Joey Gattina right behind him. JP Phillips, Wes, and the 94. Here we go. You just gotta chill until you can't chill no more. 14 laps to go. 5.8 the gap. Harris, Schildhouse, Bass and company playing catch up. Try to work on what they can or cannot do. Stephen Miles out front. You check on the bump. Schildhouse right behind Cody Harris. That's a little bit of help from Ty Bass right behind him. There's flat shoving. 6.2, and they can see the leaders. A little bit of a break in the air there, 6 seconds. A bigger pack of trucks can catch a smaller pack of trucks. It's do they have enough time to be able to do so? Stephen Miles out front. Justin Fuller, Tommy Ryan, Jorgensen Jr., Dewar, and Macklin. They are not well organized, and this group right here is organized enough to make a run at it. Wesson 17th, tail of that field. Kevin Stone, Logan Kogar, this little 6-pack trying to play catch up as well. There's the 5 back there. Great job by Bobby Grady, holding on to what he had. Just behind him, you see the 74. As Brian Workman inside the top 20 up 17 spots. There's, of course, Mr. Ron Hollyfield just ahead of him up 5. Keep your eye on the prize. Bobby Wetzel. He is in 10th right now. His Ty Bass just ahead of him. Does have the 10 in between those two. So a battle for position here. Starting to have at it 5.8 the gap from Cody Harris to David Schildhouse. Stephen Miles and company trying to keep it organized enough to be able to duke it out to the end of this one. 5-1 to the 24, 99-88, 7 to the 30. Those are all drivers that are on the lead lap working together. From 7th on back, they are getting into the tri-oval area. 5 3/4. Cody Harris lifts out of the line there a little bit. I don't know. He's getting, I tell you what, Schildhouse might go until this thing blows up. Try to manage the truck. So it's massive about it. You got to manage the truck. Good run. Right to the back bumper. Big solid hit right there. And what Ty Bass is doing behind him, well, he's trying to make sure that Schildhouse stays close. When Schildhouse bumps, he keeps him close. These trucks should be able to do this. This is what I want to see in NASCAR. Schildhouse trying to chase Cody Harris here. Going to follow that truck around. Stephen Miles comfortable where he is at. Currently just keeping himself at bay. This is what I want the... You. Thank you. That's what I want to see right here. Move forward here. Look, no tires. That's a feature of iRacing. When you're on certain cameras, the tires go away. Well, if you go on the far chase camera, the tires are back. Isn't that funny? There it is. 9 laps to go. There's the group back here. Schildhouse and company. Cody Harris, Schildhouse, Ty Bass. Everybody trying to work their way out. Going to settle their way in. 20 right back to the back bumper of the 28. 6.2. I think Schildhouse had to brake there for a little bit of air. The leaders have not started spreading out. They're not going to duke it out. They got a gentleman's agreement going on right now. 6 drivers in the main pack. Cody Harris and company. All looking to duke it out as well. Ty Bass up 28. Bobby Wetzel in 10th. But you never, ever, ever quit at the end of this one, because you got 6 drivers up here that might go for a win. And they're close enough back here. Cody Harris 6 seconds back. They're close enough to make it happen. They lost a little bit of time, but they're still working on it right now. Kevin Stone and company, they've all caught each other. They're trying to work. Kogar trying to wheel that truck forward. Well, that's all you can do. You're trying to just will them forward. Nelson Rivera, Mark Schrader. Nelson Rivera and Mike Goodman. The 73 and the 22 trying to work. Here's the 67 and company. Have the 3 there with them. 71 of John Fowler's up there as well. There's the 01 of Big Art. Big Art with a little bit of side damage on the truck. Miles, Fuller, and you see him separating a little bit there. There's the 30 trying to work. 6 laps to go. 30 drops in behind Dewar. 99 working. Dewar, 30 trying to push Dewar here. Oh, freeze him up. Says, hey, let's go. Thirty trying to take over the spot on the inside. Trying to set himself up behind the 99. That's exactly where he needs to be. Try to keep that that group closer. Cody Harris within 5 now. They've caught 5 seconds to the back of that pack. So now 5.2 as they look to work around. There's the 10. 10 on the outside. They're starting to go 3 wide. 5 laps to go. This is exactly what you expect to see at every one of these drivers. Bobby Wetzel as the 31 on the outside. 3 wide here for this group. Stephen Miles and company, they're going to be able to pull away. 5.9. These drivers back here were running 0.6 of a second a lap faster the last time by they rode. Now they're going to be duking it out for positions here. Joey just behind. Stephen Miles, Justin Fuller's the 7 and the 30 on the outside lane. 4 to go. 51.63. JP Phillips and company keeping it close again. Phillips trying to find it. They're 3 wide here. EJ O'Rourke. 21 and Pinal goes all the way from the bottom to the top. Says, you know what, Joey? I got you. 36, bounce it out. Says, I'm okay. Gonna slide back up here. And he try to keep a hold of the draft. Whoa, baby. 94 was at a rock and a hard spot there. Schildhouse, Harris, this little pack happening here. 19 to the outside. Bobby Wetzel working. Stephen Miles, Justin Fuller, and Mark Jorgensen Jr. 3 laps to go. Bobby Wetzel on the outside. Cody Harris on the inside. On the 10 in the middle. 34 to the middle lane. Trying to duke it out, trying to race it out. Positions matter for everybody. 2 packs of racing. 6.5 the gap. 88 goes to the outside with a 30. 5-1 goes with him. 5-1. Oh, 24 up to... Oh, 24 goes up with the 5-1. 30 down to the bottom. There's teammates. 88 to the middle. 7 there with him. 3 wide for the lead. 2 to go. Jorgensen Jr. gets a lead, trying to control it out front. 99 to the 24. Fuller as Macklin, the 7. Middle lane, 88 slides up on the 24. There's the 99 there. 7 working. A little bit of lap traffic here. 30 trying to work. Ooh, 24. Trying to will that truck to go forward. Fuller slides up. Dewar still there. And Jorgensen Jr. coming around. Drivers there. We'll see if we get to it. We do. White flag waves. Final lap. WBD Diecast Truck Series. Talladega. Green to checkered. We are not done yet. Dustin Dewar. Jorgensen Jr. Stephen Miles. Still everybody trying to push. Nelson Rivera on the bottom. 99 up to the 30. 30 still there. Fuller trying to shove. 7 to the bottom. 5-1 to the outside. Fuller cleared up. Jorgensen Jr., Stephen Miles. They are flat getting there. Miles to the outside. Fuller to the inside. Oh, no. They're getting there. How about it? Jorgensen Jr., Fuller, Dewar, that's going to be your top three. Couldn't go anywhere. Jorgensen Jr., your race winner. Justin Fuller in second. Dustin Dewar in third. And back behind, they're finishing up the race right behind him. Tommy Ryan, Bobby Wetzel, Tyler Dalton, Joey Gattina, EJ O'Rourke. We missed the finish there. What a good finish. What a great race. And congratulations to Jorgensen Jr., who's going to get the win here. And it beeth the prize. Congratulations to the man. All right, things are populated. We can take a look at it. Race win. Jorgensen Jr. led 7 laps. Justin Fuller in second. Dustin Dewar in third. Let's see. Stephen Miles, Brian Macklin, your top 5. Tommy Ryan in sixth. Bobby Wetzel, Tyler Dalton, Joey Gattina, EJ O'Rourke, your top 10. Gerald Campbell, Brian Pinal, JP Phillips, Ty Bass, Cody Harris, Wes Pistol, David Schildhouse, Kevin Snow, Logan Kogar, Ron Hollyfield, your top 20. There's drivers I said keep your eyes out on for. Well, there it was. It beat the cha-cha. Brian Wortman, Mark Schrader, Owen Cryer, Nathan Bigart, Mike Goodman, John Fowler, Doug Sigmund, Rick Swavely, Richard Swavely, Mike Saylor, then Gerald Livingston at 30th, Nelson Rivera, Bentley Glazer, Joe Hudson, Bobby Grady, Chad Coleman, Jared Rexing, Jeff Ryan, Glenn Campbell, and Robert Friery III. Fastest lap of the race, Tyler Dalton, 51.609. He started on pole as well, but does finish inside the top 10. Stephen Miles led 21 laps. Our charger was Brian Macklin up 30. 13 green flag lead changes and 9 different leaders. The big one, 0 cautions over the course of this race. When I said it the other day, you know, these folks over at SIM500 just know how to do super speedways. It is a factor. It is something unique. It is something that they do. So yeah. How cool is that? I want to make sure I reload the textures. We're gonna reload. I need to reload the overlay. Jordy's paint's not loading, which is weird. Go bring them up. We'll go reverse order. Dustin, congratulations on a P3 tonight. Walk me through it, man. Hard to go anywhere there at the end. But a good race nonetheless. 7 looked mighty fine. Good pit stops. Keep it calm.
Heck yeah. Hello, boys. It's good to finally talk to you. I've been loving racing here with the SIM500 boys. It's wow, what great racing. It's truly it's been fun. Yeah, you know, my goal was to try to get up front and stay up front most of the night. Well, obviously we had 2 green flag pit stops there, and yeah, I nailed the pit stops. I stayed with that lead group the whole night and was in a spot to at least have a chance the last couple laps there. I tried making moves earlier, starting with about 5 to go. Kind of played around a little bit. Nobody really wanted to do anything, it seemed like. Couldn't get a run going, but heck yeah, I'm really happy with a 3 tonight.
Yeah, green to green. That's green to checker. That's it's the calling of Sim500 when it comes to these super speedways. And third lane, and the truck seemed fast everywhere but the bottom. I mean, it seemed like that's everything that we saw today.
Yeah, and there was times the middle too could be a complete sucker hole. Earlier in the race, I'd go from first to third, whatever, back to 12th in the middle too. Yeah, it was weird, but when that outside lane would third lane, especially when you could get a group going, you could get really good momentum and just fly on by everybody.
It seemed like it. Track temperature was like perfect. It was just dicey enough, but just solid enough. Pit stops. Did you change one set than the other set?
Yeah, that's a big 10-4. First pit stop, change rights on that pit stop. Second pit stop, change lefts. That middle run there, I gained 2 laps over the first run on fuel, so that was huge. You're always thinking an overtime finish is coming at one of these places. It's amazing to go green to checkered 2 weeks in a row. How about that?
I do. I tell you what, it's not just. I've always said, and I will always say that SIM500 does super speedway is the best of all the leagues that I cover, and it's not a knock on any of those. They just take really big pride, and the racing is going to be tough and really tightly packed until green flag pit stops, and then it looks like a regular NASCAR race. Which is I think that's the we call it a simulator for a reason, but that is the visual that I think SIM500 represents in their Premier Series.
Oh, no doubts, and yeah, obviously that was huge for finishing third tonight. Right, was nailing green flag pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
You make one mistake anywhere along that way, whether it's on entry, just going down the pit lane, into your box, out of your box, on exit, even coming back up to speed. There, there's little spots that can get you all over the place, and you got to nail those perfectly to get a good run on a night like this at Talladega.
It is unequivocally huge to be able to see it, and to watch what you guys did tonight. It was pretty calm. I mean, I'm getting an early night tonight. You guys are spoiling me. You got to stop that. Stop it. No, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. I'm going back over stats. I like finding you guys. So it's your first top 5 of the season, second race of the season as well. So this is good. This is good things, man. The expectation goes from here to try to maximize again. Go from here to Charlotte at the next race. What's your game plan for Charlotte?
Oh, Charlotte, it's one of my favorite tracks. So really looking forward to going to Charlotte. I'll be disappointed if I don't have a top 5 truck that night. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna race hard. I'm gonna try to lead some laps and try to go win that thing. There's no doubt about that.
It's a good time. It's a good time to have. That's for darn sure. All right, Dustin, congratulations. Is it Durer or Dur?
Yeah, it's Doer. And if you don't mind real quick, can I give some sponsor shout outs?
Well, that was my next that's my next thing. I always do it, Dustin, because I go, right. Congratulations on the P3 finish. It's your time to shine. Give you shout outs, brother.
All right. Appreciate you. First of all, to Do Good Motorsports, man, I love you guys. You're the only reason I'm out here racing. It's a brotherhood. It's built some truly amazing friendships through iRacing. So, yeah, thank you to the team. Miss Goodies, home of the famous Hooded Tall. Y'all, if y'all haven't seen the Hooded Tall, you need to find them today. They're the hottest thing out there. You can find her on Facebook at Mrs. Goodies. Heck yeah, go out there and get yourself a Hooded Tall today. And JD's Hilltop Salvage. Hey, Dad, up on the old Goodrich Hill. Your local scrap dealer. So get a hold of JD for all of your scrappy needs today. And to you guys in the booth, without you, we wouldn't be doing an interview tonight. So thank you for all you do. I know some of these nights can be really long for you guys. So yeah, appreciate y'all and thank you too.
Nah, they're not that long. It's only a couple hours. It's okay. I don't mind. I really don't mind. That's for darn sure. Dustin, we will see you next week. Congratulations. P3 finished tonight, sir.
Thank you. Godspeed.
You too. That's Dustin Dewar coming home in P3 with reverse ordered to Mr. Justin Fuller. You see how I'm doing this now, Justin? You see how I'm doing it now? P2 tonight.
God, thank you for going backwards.
We know what
otherwise
I know.
I'd be in bed. You know, I wouldn't have stayed. I'd have gone to bed.
We know what's coming. Jorgie won, so I'm I saw Dustin down there, saw you down there. I know that Jorg's still in the other Discord channel, so it just worked out. But man, just couldn't go anywhere there at a 4. That outside lane had all the momentum and just like it choked off.
Yeah, I mean, I knew eventually those guys were going to make a move, and I really didn't want to go to the inside. Unfortunately, when like they all dispersed on the back that one time when we kind of all started racing really hard, I was super hot. So, my dash was lit up overheating the entire backstretch, and I knew I couldn't follow somebody. I had to get clean air, and Steven moved up in front of me, so I really had no choice. I had to go to the bottom, and it kind of put myself in a bad spot. I was just kind of hoping to uh, I was kind of with Steven at that point, off turn 4. I was hoping that he was going to go low, and I was going to push him by Mark. And then I was going to try to get to his outside through the tri-oval, but he just kind of stayed there. So I decided to make the move down and just kind of hope that I could pull him off, and maybe I get Brian to help me from behind. I was the only one that had a teammate in the front pack. Everybody else kind of like on their own. I wasn't expecting any help from anybody by any means, but nonetheless, it was a great race, caution-free race. I hate that I missed last week. Had other things I had to take care of. But it's 2 caution-free races in a row, which is incredible. It's nice to see, it's refreshing, and but I had a good time tonight.
You know what, chat, all of chat, and I think Schulthouse and a few of the other guys were saying last week. When Fuller and Joey are out of the race, there's the cautions, but you came back. You came back this week, and you were fine. Yeah, see, shake a stick at them.
They just like to talk shit, and you know what? And I don't see either one of them up here in an interview room.
Exactly. There you go. Oh man.
They weren't even in the pack. They weren't in the race for the win.
They were trying, man. They were trying. And then I know that Joey. I was watching Joey. Joey looked like he overheated, so they kept having. In order to try to catch you guys, they had to keep cycling people out, and it just didn't work in that. It just didn't work. I mean, they were catching you, and then all of a sudden there was nothing. And then they had about 5 laps to go. If you saw them drop like a rock on a relative, well, there was a reason. It's because they started racing 5 laps to go. Man, oh man, it was insane. You guys did a hell of a job. I say this every time we come to a super speedway. SIM500 knows super speedways. Like, the expectation here is to go green to checkered.
Well, I mean, I hope so. We've only run 10 million races on super speedways, so
right.
But yeah, I mean, I figured they were going to start racing eventually back there, and I wasn't really paying attention to that. And that's probably about the time that Mark was like, "Hey, let's go. They're racing. We can start racing now." They're certainly not going to catch us at this point. So that would be my assumption anyway. I could be wrong, but nonetheless, just great showing. I think they got the drop weeks in now, so now I think I'm P2 in points. I've got this up and down thing going, man, and I think my last race was kind of a down, so this one's shocker. It's an up. So, well, I had an 8, so I guess it's kind of an up, but not at my standards at Vegas. So, just gonna keep going with this up and down thing we got going on. We need to kind of get that monkey off our back next week. We're going to Charlotte, which is a great track for me. So hopefully we can have 2 back-to-back interviews, or at least back-to-back top 5s at a minimum, and get this train righted and get on the right track. Nonetheless, if we look at it this way, though, every other race is good or bad. So if next week is bad, the following week should be really good.
Yeah, well, it's IRP the next week, so
exactly. So I mean, I'm okay for 2 more weeks. We can go this. I'll gladly finish like 30th next week as long as I win IRP. I mean, that's the only. I could lose every other race this season as long as I win that one. I don't care.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's the one we, as I always say, you circle, star, spit on it, call it yours.
Oh God, this is hilarious. So I didn't mean to cut you off there. So
No, you're good.
listen to this. So every other race. So these are the tracks that I got right for every other one. So
Uh-huh.
IRP, New Hampshire, North Wilkesboro, Watkins Glen, Martinsville. Like you can't line that up any better.
They made the schedule for Justin Fuller.
Apparently, like, and that's every other race. So I'm not counting what should be the bad race based on the trend I got.
Right.
So those are what my good races should be if I keep on this trend.
Hell yeah. I love it. That's this is a Fuller built schedule. This is awesome.
Listen, I told Joey when the schedule came out, I was like, "This is by far the best schedule you've ever built." I'm impressed, and I'm proud of you.
You know what? And it's good. That means the racing's going to be good, and that's what. And the racing has been good this season. I mean, we haven't had, as far as through the first 8 weeks, we really haven't had anything like out of the ordinary. Like the racing's just been picking up. Everybody's getting used to each other again on in the trucks, and it's picking up to what you guys did the last time I called this series.
Yeah, I mean it's been really good, and I'm proud to be here for this, and it's just hopefully we can keep it going.
I love it. Mr. Fuller, you got a P2 tonight. Give us shout outs. Love to hear it. Love to see it.
Yeah, thanks to you to put on the broadcast. Thanks to SIM500, that's what they do. Thanks to WBD Diecast. Or I didn't even say. I don't even know why I say WBD Diecast. It should be WB Diecast. So thanks to Wesley Donaldson for what he does for putting this on. I think that's how it should be anyway. But anyway, thanks to everybody in the race. Again, caution-free race 2 in a row. That's phenomenal. Great job to everybody. And thanks to everybody that watched. I'll go back and pick through this tomorrow at work and see what the broadcast shows. See how much fun it was looking. It might have been kind of boring, at least for a while. Because I mean, we just kind of stayed single file there. We didn't want to let that pack catch us. So I know Brian was itching in Discord. He's like, I want to go. Why is this getting boring? But it's too difficult to get nearsighted on that and not look at the bigger picture for the end of the race. So plus he had damage, so didn't really want to get him racing up there too quick. So but yeah, nonetheless, thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, it wasn't as boring as you think. There was only one moment where I let it chill and took a couple of moments to myself, catch the breath. The double green flag pit stop on a 60 lap race is it makes it exciting. So it allows me to travel through the field. So this is unique, and it was good. It was a lot of fun.
Perfect. That's what we like to hear.
All right, brother. We will see you next Monday.
Sounds good. No, you won't.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you too. We'll see you next Wednesday then.
Yeah, you'll see me next Wednesday.
All right, brother. We'll see you. It's Justin Fuller, P2 tonight. Last but not least, hold on. Let me not move stuff around. Yeah, there he is. I waited. Saved the best for last. You got the win. How about that? He screamed so loud, it went above the decibels.
Oh, that's right. I'm sure you had to turn that mic down just a little bit, but
it clipped way out. You screamed so loud.
You already know. Everybody watching, they already know. But man, you know how these super speedway tracks are, man. They're just a crapshoot. Every damn one of us can win these things, and anyways. Man, to go caution free at Talladega, that's pretty badass. So, using the old, Fuller and Shieldhouse just need to sit out. We go caution free. We can't use that anymore. They was with us tonight, and, we still went caution free. So anyways, I thought we was racing pretty hard there, the first stint, and, we had some green flag pit stops, and, there was a lot of us that just rolled out that old Johnson, let it hit the floor on that pit stop, and, we gapped the field, and, that second pack was giving it all they can give to try to close the distance. And, we had another green flag pit stop, and guess what, Jason, there was a few more that just let that thing roll on out there. And, I felt like I had a pretty good stop, but, the front three pulled me a little bit on exit, but, all six of us was able to group back up. Man, we were just laying down some laps, and, all of us up front, we wanted to race, but we knew if we did that, then that second pack was going to catch us real quick. So, we didn't want to do that. But I thought the IQ was up there at the front, and with a handful of laps to go, that's when we started racing. And, at that point, it's just a crapshoot. You just got to have the right help, pick the right lane. Side drafting was pretty big. So I felt like the top was going to be the preferred lane to try to get it done. And, man, here we are. Victory lane to Talladega and the trucks. It don't get any better than that.
We talked about it last week when you finished third at Phoenix. Just what it takes to do something like that. I mean, you guys ran, from green to checkered last week, and then you come into this week, and it was the expectation. It was what we talked about. I said, SIM500 does super speedways. Like it is the quintessential, some of the best racing you're going to see from this group of drivers, whether it's in the Truck Series, the Cup Series, no matter what I call it, just seems like this is what this is the product that this come to be delivered every week.
Oh, absolutely. Joey's got a great group of drivers here on Wednesday night for damn sure. And whenever we all can pull our heads out of our asses and, race smart but hard and make good choices, that this is what we're going to put on is a great show, from start to finish. And, as far as cautions, we had 0 cautions, but, the race was not clean. I think that first pit stop, or second pit stop, I think some guys got involved in some wrecks. Knock on wood that the caution didn't come out. Like I said, man, them front 6, man, what they was able to do on that second pit stop and then, get lined up and just lay down some lap time and just gap the rest of the field. I mean, that's just badass. That was the right group of guys up front to be able to do that. Like I said, there's, every single one of us, we wanted to make a move and try to get the lead and all that, but we knew if we started racing too soon that second pack was going to catch us. So, I mean, it wasn't anything talked about, over race chat or anything like that. Nobody private messaged me or anything like that. You just know, like, you make that second pit stop, the cycle plays out and you look down there to see what number of laps you got left. And you just know, like, all right, I know that us 6, we're just going to stay in line and just try to see if we can gap the field, and we'll just race it out at the end and cross our fingers. Hopefully it stays green. And, it did. And, I was real lucky. I think Brian made a comment in game to the 7 truck. And, I was like, man, it was about like 10 laps to go or whatever. And I was like, oh man, here we go. We're going to start racing. And I still don't think the second pack would have caught us at that point, but it's like, man, just stay in line. Let's work together. And, 5 laps come around and guys started making some moves. And, I just felt like I had to kind of start leapfrogging and try to give myself in a better spot to have multiple trucks in behind me. That way, if I made a move, then possibly somebody would go with me. And it just worked out.
I think one of the best things that when it comes to finding your rhythm, right? Because believe it or not, today I actually raced today. I did. I actually got.
Damn, what'd you finish?
I was in one of the top split races where I shouldn't have been.
Oh man!
I finished 8th in the A Open at Daytona. So I got my super speedway on today in preparation for just kind of figuring out what's going on, because I think that the Cup car is kind of like the truck, right? In its own basis, in its own stance. And I found out today that I was more right than I could ever be, because when I came into this race, I saw exactly what I saw in that race was drivers trying to find a way to eat the run and be patient. And if people could just watch this race and watch what you guys were doing, and the officials, brother, the racing would be. I mean, today we went caution free. Well, I take that back. I think we had one caution. We had one caution very early in the race.
Bad for official.
Yeah, one caution early in the race over 70 laps. I'll take it. Green flag pit stops, like in and out, great. It was phenomenal. So to see that transpire from a personal point of view, and seeing what you guys do, it's it's the little things, right? It's, keeping yourself close enough to not get hot. Then at the same time, manage the gap to the driver behind you, making sure that you're staying close enough so that way when you need air, you don't have any issues. Like there's a lot to what you guys are having to deal with, especially when it comes to trying to make the move to win a race.
Oh, you talk about, you're just not out there riding around, right? There's a lot going on. You're paying attention to the few trucks in front of you. You're paying attention to your mirror to see, if there's any runs generating behind you, and you're trying to make your button selections for pit stops. And then, you got the aspect of getting on pit road, with a pack of trucks, and then, getting to your stall, not overshooting it. Then you got to get out of your box without speeding, and then try to get back in line and, try to get lined up as quick as possible. So, we had all those aspects tonight. And, you've seen it, man. The first pit stop, there was several of us that did phenomenal. And then that second pit stop, there was a handful of us that did really good. And, and it showed. But, when these races go caution free like that, you really don't have a whole lot of time to just kind of relax and just kind of think about what you need to do and whatnot. You're trying to do all these little button selections, at 180 something miles an hour, 2 wide, sometimes 3 wide, whatever. And, that's when the chaos starts happening. But, it was nice to be able to run single file, all this, sit there and ride and just, everybody's all keying up at the same time when they want to pit and whatnot. And it's like, oh, God damn, there's going to be a shitload of us trying to get on pit lane. And
that was great.
Yeah.
From the outside looking in, I tell you what, when I saw only 12 come in, I was like, all right, they're probably going to split this in thirds, right? 12 drivers came in, then the rest of the field came in. I was like, whoa, here comes 24 drivers, 25 drivers.
It's crazy because, there was a chunk of us, that come in on lap 20, I think it is, and the completion of lap 20. And, there was a lot of guys that was able to save another lap of fuel. So, they all, pitted the next lap, and it sounded like there was way too many trucks. But so I'm glad that, I had to pit. If I would have went around another lap, I would have been sputtering going down pit lane, and that wouldn't have been good. I would have just, that would have just shot myself in the foot. But like I said, man, it worked out. The second stop, we had Miles, Fuller, myself, Tommy, the 7 truck, Brian. There was a bunch of us, and how none of us had a speeding penalty is beyond me, because I come across the line at 60. Fuller was in front of me sideways, and then you had Miles to my left, and I'm over there trying to pay attention to the line, keep from locking up, and like I said, man, Fuller was sideways. And whenever we all got off pit lane and we was all somewhat together, I was like, wow, how did none of us not get caught for speeding? But the racing guys were definitely on all of our sides at that point. And it's cool, man. You're out there running all these laps, and I always feel like, at Super Speedway, whenever you have green flag stops, that's what separates the field. And then we have another round of green flag pit stops that separates it even more. So when you look at the timing and scoring, it's pretty crazy. The top 6 finished within the second, and then you had several cars that was in the 6 seconds back bracket. And then I think there was another pack like 17, 18 seconds, and so on and so forth. So when you look at it, man, like I said, there was several different packs, and luckily I was in the right one there at the end.
And able to make the move. So through both green flag pit stops, there was only one black flag penalty.
Wow. Wow. Like I said, man, everybody tonight was basically on the same page. We wasn't driving over our heads or anything like that. Like I said, having green flag pit stops, and you got a tremendous amount of trucks coming to pit lane, it's really not shocking that something took place. Because like I said, you get everybody's doing 180 something miles an hour, and they're trying to get down to 55, and they're 3 wide, 4 wide out there on the racetrack, and now they're trying to muster down to 2 wide getting into pit. So things are going to happen. And like I said, I'm just glad that I was on the better side of it. A little bit smaller pack getting in and out, and then the same thing on the second go around. So we'll take those. man, I'll tell you what, it was pretty cool there at some point in the race, running that old junior line, man. You know, I had Miles behind me, and it seemed like he was just wanting to eat up that top. So, you know, we just ran lap after lap after lap, and I thought that line was doing really, really good. And then, you know, Tommy and Fuller, you know, they started coming on the very bottom, and you know, they was able to get around us. But, you know, that was pretty cool. You know, middle part of the race, running that junior line. It was pretty cool having Miles in behind me coming to the checkered. You know, I knew that there was going to be some moves made, and you know, I was basically committed to running the top. I was like, you know, if they're going to make a move, they're going to have to go below me. That, you know, and I was going to put it on the corner panel to try to suck them back. And you know, I think him and Fuller got together, and you know, Miles, you know, he's a damn wheel, man. So it sucks that he didn't finish top 3. But you know, I went back and watched his end car, and holy shit, he was on the wheel. But if it would have been anybody else, you know, they probably would have lost it. But yeah, that sucks, man. You know, he probably should have finished second. You know, he definitely had a shot to win. You know, he led all those laps in the, you know, after that second round of pit stops. And I'll tell you what, Fuller's just an amazing pusher, man. You know, he was able to shove Miles and keep his stuff cool. And I mean, like I said, man, we was running great lap time, lap after lap after lap. And so, you know, Fuller, I mean, he knows what the hell he's doing. But, you know, like I said, like I always tell everybody, you know, whenever I'm up front, you know, I'm only as good as the guy behind me pushing. So Fuller was making Miles look like $1 million. But like I said, man, you know, everybody was all lined up, just clicking off laps, you know, waiting for the right moment with about a handful to go before we started racing. And like I said, man, luckily it all worked out for all of us. You know, nobody made any dumb moves where somebody got wrecked out of a top 6 finish. And yeah, man, I think the next group was like, what, over 6 seconds back. So like I said, that's pretty cool. You know, there's some guys, you know, listening on Discord, you know, they've scratching their heads, you know, how we was able to do that and just stretch it out after that. And I don't know, man. I just feel like when you have a group of fast trucks that, you know, things can happen. And, you know, it's all about the third guy in line and the fourth guy in line. You know, you don't need to make no bumper contact, but you just need to be able to be close to keep them up against the car in front of that guy. And you know, we were just able to just do it really well, lap after lap after lap. And you know, we wasn't sliding up in the corners. You know, we was wrapping the bottom, and you know, and it's nice when others know how to do that also. And I felt like, you know, that was just keeping our speed up and keeping us fast.
Well, that group was catching you, and they got within 3.5 seconds of the back of your little pack, right? And then they had to cycle out. So drivers overheating, like it was a lot of little things that, you know, a 6-car pack can maintain, but when you are, you know, 18 deep and your second or third truck in line needs to bail out and it doesn't suck up fast enough, then, or, you know, you meet lap traffic that stays low, and where you guys were able to meet that section, you know, and go around them quickly. They have a huge line that needs to go around that lap traffic. And if that lap traffic stays on the bottom, then it just checks up that whole line. So things played out in the right way, but you know, they were catching you. They were catching you when you guys were wrapping the bottom, and they just they were running out of time. They had gotten about 6 seconds back, and then they closed into 5.1, and then 5 laps to go, they started racing. So when that happened, that 6 second gap right there, well, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's another reason why, you know, I just felt like, you know, us up front was using our heads and just riding in line, just clicking off the laps. Because I felt like if we would have started racing with 15 to go, 10 to go, whatever the case is, after we made that cycle, then that second pack would have been right on our ass. And, you know, it would have been a much bigger pack trying to fight for the win. So, you know, as far as guys getting hot, pulling out of line, I mean, I've been there. You know, I think I'm decent at keeping my truck cool, but I tell you what, man, we all need to be messaging Fuller and asking him, you know, what the hell's going on here? You know, teach me something. Cause like I said, man, Fuller did an amazing job keeping Miles up front, and the lap time that we were running, you know, low 52 seconds, lap after lap after lap, you know, I had that that relative up. And, I was kind of monitoring it back to Cody there for the longest time, who was in 7th. And, he'd gain a 10th and we'd put 2 tenths on him. Then he'd gain a 10th and we put another couple tenths on him. It just kind of swapped back and forth. And, man, I'm just glad they didn't catch us, man. It's always nice to be able to race up front with just a handful of guys as opposed to the whole pack. And, you make one bad move and now you're finishing 30 something, but that little pack we had up front, if you made a bad move, the worst you was going to finish was 6th. So it all worked out.
Yep. Yeah, it sure did. Sure did. It was a good race. George, we're going to Charlotte next week, man. And then we'll go to Fuller's Track the week after that.
Oh man, Fuller's Track. I love it.
Yeah, IRP.
Yeah, I mean, he's just freaking phenomenal, man. I can't wait to go over there. David's going to be fast. I hope to be up there. Brian's going to be fast. Bentley's going to be fast. There's going to be a lot of fast guys at IRP here in a couple of weeks, but it doesn't matter how fast we might think we are. Fuller, he walks the damn dog on us whenever we go to IRP. So, the race is going to be for second, but
the last time the trucks were there, he lapped to 5th.
Yeah. So, we'll worry about that here in a couple of weeks. We got Charlotte coming up next week. That's going to be a fun track. There's going to need to be some tire saving, possibly some fuel saving. We'll see. But, yeah, man, really looking forward to the next couple of tracks. Yeah, man, we just got to keep up this good run that we're having. 3rd last week, green to checkers. 1st this week, green to checkers. Man, it'd be badass if we just keep them caution-free races just continuing on. But, hey, it happens in the real world just like it does on sim racing. It's a race. Wrecks are going to happen. Like I said, man, it was nice that everybody just used their head tonight, and we was able to put on a great show for everybody.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was the second best show today. No, my race was fun, but this was really good. Yeah, that's it. Jorg, give you shout outs, man. I appreciate you, sir. Victory here. First one of the Truck Series this season as well. And he climbed 7 spots in the championship standings there. So a lot more races left to go. I don't think we're done talking to you in the winner's circle.
Oh, I hope not. We gotta keep up this great momentum. Sometimes life gets in the way. You're going to miss a race here and there, but you just got to capitalize on the ones that you can make. But first and foremost, WBD Diecast for sponsoring us here in the Truck Series on Wednesday night within SIM500. Appreciate what Wesley does for us. Jason, you at Signature Esports. People watch them, like them, love them, share them, follow them. Best in the business by far. Yes, I'm biased, but Jason, you do a badass job, man. I can't wait to go back and watch another race start to checkers caution free. So that's going to be very entertaining. Man, I think the race only took 54. I can't remember, man. It seemed like
5404.
It seemed like it was over. What's that?
5404 from the time.
Yeah. So that was awesome.
That's including the pace laps.
Yeah, that is freaking nuts, man. When the race was over, I looked down there at the clock, and I think it said 8:43 Central Time. And I was like, "Holy crap! What the hell am I going to do for the rest of the night?" So that was pretty neat. But that's just a testament to everybody in the league, man. Everybody raced smart. They raced hard. These super speedways are crapshoots, but man, it was just nice to go start to finish, and then the couple rounds of green flag pit stops. But anyways, Dirty Monkey Motorsports, John Fowler Time Designs for painting this truck. John, it was fast, looked fast. Amazing paint scheme, man. That guy right there is a hell of a painter, and I appreciate him for keeping me looking nice on the racetrack. All the guys in Discord, man. You got Joe, you got John, you got Brian, Cody, Mark Schrader. I'm sure I'm probably missing a few of them, but Dirty Monkey Motorsports, I'll tell you what, man, it's a great group of guys. Everybody helps each other. Try to get everybody to get a little bit faster. That way everybody's having a lot of fun when it comes to these SIM500 race nights. Tell you what, man, just all the admins behind the scenes, what they do for us to be able to give us a place to call home to race, just about every night of the week almost. Joey, for what he does, man, that guy's just badass, man. He runs a tight ship. He doesn't ask a whole lot. And, whenever we get it figured out, man, we're able to put on great races. And, that's a testament to him just running a tight ship. There's going to be times where we get out of line and, Joey just kind of, pulls us back in, all right, guys, let's race smart. We know how to do this. And, we do know how to do this. But, again, wrecks are going to happen. It's part of racing. And, another shout out to Miles. I mean, he made me look like $1 million in the last couple of laps. I know it was going to be a race to the checkered. Hate that him and Fuller made some contact. I don't think it was anybody's fault. I think there was just going for a hole that might have been a little bit too close. But anyways, congrats to Fuller on second and Dustin for third. Just all the top six up there, man. Steve and Brian, Tommy, just phenomenal group of guys, man. The first round of green flag pit stops, we kicked ass. The second round of green flag pit stops, we kicked even more ass, and we was able to separate ourselves and, just race it out amongst ourselves, there at the end. So, that was pretty badass. But, man, I'm sure I'm forgetting some things. And, I know I'm getting a little long-winded trying to think about what else I can talk about. But, Jason, I was glad to put it in victory lane here at Talladega. Now all I need to do is try to get me a cup win here at Talladega, and that would basically complete it for me within the league. But hey, man, we're going to keep on putting these good finishes, under us, and see if we can't scratch and claw our way back up into the point standings. I don't know where I'm sitting at, but I think I'm probably below the cut line for the championship. But we got some racing ahead of us. We got to try to fight to get our way back up in there and try to give them hell for the championship.
And you got a Daytona this week, so this next Monday. So there's a chance for a super speedway sweep. We'll see,
we're gonna give them hell.
But you got 12 races left in this season before the regular season ends. So
yeah, we looking good then. Yeah. We looking real good. I didn't know where we were stacking.
Hey, guess what race is the race that determines the regular season championship?
I mean, if I said Talladega, I'd probably be lying.
No, you're right. That's what it is.
Oh, just go ahead and put me down in the W column there also. No, I mean, you know how it is, man. Whenever the fast guys, they're always going to be up front, but it's just a matter of time before these other guys figure that out, and then they start leaving you and not working with you and whatever, and then you got to try to figure out a different strategy. But hey, man, it's all fun. Whether I finish first on the hook, there's really no in between with me. So hey, man, I got it done tonight. That's all that matters. Like I've said in the past, any night that you beat Fuller in Shieldhouse, man, it doesn't get any better than that. So we take those. But yeah, man, I'm just glad to call SIM500 home, man. I love all the guys that I race with. I love the guys that I hang out in Discord. It's fun. I'm having a blast. Life gets in the way at times, and sometimes you got to take a step back. And there's more important things other than virtual racing. And whether I'm finishing last or I'm doing good, Jason, man, I just enjoy. I got a smile on my face. I used to be one of those guys when I get wrecked out, I would be all pissed off, cussing this, that, and the other. I don't do that anymore, man. I understand. And when you get that understanding, these races are fun, whether you're doing good up front or you finish in the back. It's just a blast, and I enjoy it. It's stout competition. It's tough. Nothing's given over here. That's for damn sure. You gotta work hard, and sometimes you got to put in a little bit more effort to try to give yourself a better shot at winning. And when you do win, I mean, I enjoy it. That's why I get amped up and screaming, because I feel like I accomplished something, because it is tough.
Yep.
I'm not a Justin Fuller. I'm not a David Shieldhouse. I'm a Mark Jorgensen Jr. And I tell you what, I give it all I got just about every night. And every now and again, I get lucky and I park these damn things in victory lane, Jason.
And you did. And that's exactly what you did tonight. It was a lot of fun, Jorgie. I appreciate you. We're going to go do it again on Monday. Brother, you have yourself a great weekend. Man. You enjoy it, man. I got more racing. I'm going to do more racing this week too. I think Saturday I'm going to spend the day. I don't have a broadcast Saturday, so I'm probably going to spend the day trying to improve my racecraft on the old simulator. I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, that's awesome, Jason. Well, I mean, I definitely appreciate the kind words. It's always a blast to talk to you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love you with all my heart. And good luck on all your racing that you're doing this weekend. I don't think I'm going to do anything official when it comes to super speedways. It just isn't there for me, where I get my fix is coming over here at SIM500 and I basically whip that ass, every chance I can. So that's what does it for me. That's what gets me rock hard and amped up. And God, I tell you what, next Wednesday can't get here soon enough. I'm ready.
Yeah. It's going to be Charlotte. It's going to be fun. And to hit on this real quick, because somebody asked me earlier why I would race officials, because it helps me understand the simulator for you guys whenever I call races. I understand NASCAR. I understand the physics of this race of the simulator, but until you're behind the wheel, every once in a while you kind of need to do it. So. I pick a short track to do every year. I do a 1.5-mile track. I'll do a super speedway when it comes around every once in a while. But I try not to spend too much time on it. I used to be, my iRating used to be decent, but I let my kids would rather sit here and enjoy racing around other people than I do. So I don't care about the iRating.
Right.
I care about getting out there and learning, and utilizing this as iRacing for me is a tool. And it's fun and to make you guys look 10 times better and have more knowledge. That's what it is. That's why I don't mind spending the time having interviews and listening and talking and giving my assumptions of what I think are going on, because my best educated guess can be 90% accurate. It's the 10% that I'm looking to figure out more.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, that's why I like to go back and watch these broadcasts also, especially when I get my ass whipped. I like to go in there and see what these other guys are doing and try to learn any possible way I can. I'm decent. I know I'm not the fastest guy. I'm not no Cody Harris by any means, but like I said, I still learn things watching your broadcast. So I don't know if I'll be learning anything when I watch this one back, because it's super speedway, but I'm still going to go back, man, just to support you, man. Like I said, I love what you do for us. It's a lot of fun. You want to win, by all means, but all I care about is getting the top 3. That way I can do my little interview with you. And it's funny because, I was hanging out in Discord and whatnot, and the guy's like, hey, man, you need to go into the waiting room because, Jason's going to interview. Oh, no, I already know. He's going to interview those guys before me. He's going to save the best for last. And which is good because, we don't want to keep Fuller up past his bedtime, Dustin, whatever. I'm sure them guys got to wake up early, go to work tomorrow. So you do the right thing. Hey, I'm sure if I would have got in the waiting room first, he probably would have pulled me up.
I'd have pulled you up.
Would have been cussing me.
Yeah,
but
if I go down there and I see you, if I don't see you sitting in there, I'm just gonna go 3, 2, 1. You know what I mean? So
yep.
And I know that.
I know the drill.
Yeah. We I don't see how people should know. I hate dead air, so I'm gonna keep talking. That's the way it is. Media for the rest of my life. That's what it is. Jorg, I appreciate you, sir. Good night to you. I'm gonna go tuck my little one into bed for anyway. She's got school in the morning. So we appreciate you, man.
Jason, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate what you do for us. And again, man, good luck on your racing this Saturday, man. Hopefully you get some victories.
Nah, I don't care about winning. I care about top 10s. Top 10s.
Well, I mean, you got to set you a goal, right? And you achieve that goal, it's awesome. But, hey, man, knocking off some wins would be pretty nice also. But, man, hopefully you get yourself some.
The reason why I say top 10s is because if I finish anything better than a top 10 at a super speedway on an official, which I'm actually going to go run Darlington too in the trucks, because Darlington's the official in the trucks. So I'm gonna do that as well. But if I run the A car or the B car and I finish I finish anywhere inside the top 10, one, it's a gain in iRating for the most part. but at the same time, inside the top 10 is where you learn the most.
Right.
And that's where my heart rate gets the highest too. So if you don't hear from me, I probably had a heart attack. No, that's not what's happening.
That's right.
Well,
no, we don't want that, man. But no. Yeah, we damn sure don't need that.
Today was crazy. We three wide finish for eighth, with the whole pack there. Like it's crazy. It was fun. Anyway, I can talk for days. Jorg, I will see you soon.
All right, take care, Jason.
You too. That's Mark Jorgensen Jr. He is your winner here tonight in the WBD Diecast Truck Series, and an absolute gem of a man. Has the most energy of every sim racer out there, regardless if you run officials or you don't. It's good people. He's absolutely great. But yeah, outside of that, that's really it, man. It's a lot of fun. You guys did a great job. Congratulations on everybody. Thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to Budgie. Thank you. Of course, go check out Wesley Donaldson. Links are in the description on YouTube. You can check out sim500.com as well. He does custom diecast work. If you get a diecast that from an era that you want done, he can get it done. Find him on Instagram. Again, it is WBD Wesley and his middle name Donaldson Diecast Customs. We always say WB or WBD, but it is WBD. I had to look again because I was like, the logo says WBD, but Fuller was right the first time. He's a hell of a driver. So is Stephen Miles, Brian Mack, every driver out there. Folks, you don't understand how hard it is to run 60 green flag laps from the word go, be 3 wide for 20 of those laps, and then pace yourself out over the next 40 laps to be able to do what these drivers just did. It's crazy. It's an insane day, and I absolutely love it. We're going to see it again on Monday because there's super speedway racing come Monday for the SIM500 Cup Series. Tomorrow night, Ballistic Arca Series is going to be live. We're going to have the Truck Series here in the morning. We're going to be calling that race from what happened today with the Signature eSports Truck Series. We're going to get all these things done. I've got to get myself on a rhythm because real world work is calling as well. Signature Radio is going to be back very soon. It's going to be coming back this Friday. There's also something that I'm trying to work on. It is a thing that I want to do that we call it Sims for Kids. It is something that I'm working through, but it is something that is where we can do more for kids. So if that makes sense. So I'm trying to make sure that it's not taken, first and foremost. And also if there is an organization out there that is already like that, I might just try to become involved in it. But there's more to it. And there's a story behind it and a reason why. But yeah, let's take some inspiration from some good people out there. Every one of these fine folks put their time their hard work, their energy, their blood, sweat, and tears into steering a virtual racetrack, and many countless hours of them yelling and screaming, just like what I do. It was good, folks. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you again to SIM500 and all their sponsors, partners, and affiliates. Of course, and always, we appreciate you for being out there. As always, thank you to Budgie, and good night to you all. Be good, be safe, be kind. We'll see you soon.